Game on. We're back. Man, what do we got to talk about? Man, we got. All right, what do we got? Oh, the rest of Battle of Hastings. We got that. That was pretty fucking dope. The last team, Josh Dove, Josh Dove's team. That was pretty. Oh man, I'm so fucking shot. All right, we'll go over that in a second. Here's what happened. I parked somewhere I shouldn't have parked, and I it was like 2:30 in the morning. Get the knock on the window, and the yoppers, the berries and cherries said, "Look, bud, we don't want to cause you any trouble, but you gotta get going. You gotta get on. Go on, get skedaddle. So get on out of here. There's no parking anywhere in Seaside overnight. No camping. Keep it moving. You got anywhere you can go? Cowpoke." I'm fucking delirious. And I said, "Sir, it's 2:30 in the morning. No, I don't have any fucking where to go." Didn't land it. Didn't stick the landing. Yeah, it was. He's like, "You got a campsite you can go to?" No, dude. It's 2:30 in the morning. He's like, "All right, well, yep, nice van. So we'll leave you to it then. Get the fuck out of here. Just can't be seen here at this beachfront property." I gotta put my fucking window thing up. Hang on a second. Pause. Time out. Game on. All right. Yeah, so it was 2:30 in the morning. I was parked at this spot that's like right on this promenade of Seaside. And it's pretty cool because you can just go right to the beach from there. But I think due to there's not like no camping signs in every spot where you can't camp, so it's usually luck of the draw. I slept there one night, didn't get busted, so I was like, all right, I'll give it another shot. But they said, hey, get the fuck out of here. I said, yes, sir. Will do. Absolutely, no problem. So moved back to my little fucking one of those little back alley spots, one of those back street. All right. um, back. All right. Was the way it goes. Man, just ever so slightly behind the eight ball today. So it yeah, went to those one of those side streets and was fine. Didn't get bugged again. Will not be doing that. I got it. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. I get it. I get it. I'm already picking up dividend checks. It's gotta slow everything down, be thankful for what you got. I hear you. I hear you. My bad. Whoever's out there, fate, whoever you call God, wherever you want to set aside and disassociate from the responsibility that is being a human and not take accountability for your own actions, whoever that is for you. Oh my God. But if it's not one thing, it's another. So I guess I had a whole sentence in there about differences and stuff. And saying that out loud would make more sense. But guess what? There's going to be some inside thoughts and there's going to be some outside thoughts today. And I don't know which ones are coming out. Oh my God. All right, let's actually. What do we got? Enough. Enough of this. I was talking to my sister yesterday, and she's living with my parents at home. I'm fucking week to week in a van. And I was like, just straight up, I was like, where do you see your life going? What is going on here? What is the point of all this? I'm not having a fucking family. I'm not having kids. That would be insane to bring a child into uh, you wouldn't be I wouldn't be doing van life. That's that. I'd have to really be stressed about the job that I'm in and just basically be killing myself to provide for another human being. That would suck. That would blow. I just end up like my parents and just immediately take all of my anger out on my family because there's just you have no idea what someone goes through and you can't fucking communicate it. How's a kid supposed to know? Well, I guess we could bring child labor laws are getting kind of outdated. Give them a taste of what it's like. Just a little bit, just a month. You might lose a couple of them, but your kid might come back and, you know, be grateful. Do we start we start striking down child labor laws? Just to let them know how fucking rough it is? Because they're not smart. They're just kids. So it's not like they could, yeah, maybe a couple of them, a couple digits get lost. But you can't have them do like office. Oh, you could, I guess you could. Dealing with hot coffee, bringing hot coffees to the office. Yeah, some of them might get scalded. But your kid also might come back and be like, I love you guys so much. I'm so sorry for everything. What do you need me to do for this house, for this household? So, a little bit of a trade off. So what? I'd argue that's worth it. Okay, so what did we have last week? We we had we had we had equality. True equality was monster dudes just swinging dong in your face. And now this week we're we're striking down child labor laws. we're bringing we're bringing back the t- the kindergartner in the workplace. Bring your child to work. Send your child to work day. Not a bring. Send. Because it's more than likely it's got to be something manual. They're not smart enough to do like office gigs, so it has to be manual. I'm sorry, but it has to be. Oh my god. All right, well, moving on. What the fuck? That's actually not bad. All right, car. All right, game on. All right, so Josh Dove's team, Battle of Hastings, final wrap up. Jason Watts, 360 no-hander transfer. Oh, over the between that like fucking nipple thing that came out the spine and off the quarter. That was fucking wild. But Dove with an almost barrel roll flip transfer. What the fuck? Barrel roll flip transfer. Oh shit. Did he land that? I don't think he did. But I think Dove's team won the overall. I know Josh Dove's team. Jesus Christ. I know Dove's team won the overall. Like total, but I think they won finals as well. So, like supremely the champions. not a doubt in our minds. All right, so we got some. I rewatched 2018 Rampage. We could talk about that. There's just like bits and bobs of ideas and thoughts that I've had that I've like written down. Kind of no real way to segue between all of them, so good luck. X Games Chiba in Japan is this weekend. I not a fan of it being in an arena. You know, it is it's got to be where it's got to be. I get it. Outside is better. Put it in places where I was thinking about this too, because then it's like, well, is that why mountain biking is so sick? Is because you get to be in cool places? Like, no shit. Obviously, it's going to be so much cooler if it's in a cool place. So if that means that if the trade-off is have BMX place things that can be in an arena, be in an arena, and then the rest, have mountain bike places in cool places, fine. But it is cooler outside. Matter of fact, cooler outside. Weather can be tricky. Then it's like, what, you only gonna have it in like a desert climate? Then it's like, because then there's wind too. That happened at Ventura that basically like shut the course down for a little bit. So can't be too beautiful. God damn, I love the mountains. The ocean is too fucking fun though. Surfing, I gotta get my board fixed. I went biking Saturday and then drove out to the coast. Got a quick surf session. And then went this morning and my board fucking a patchwork thing. A little spot that's been patched up from the board that I bought from this guy came loose. So I gotta get that refixed. I don't know if I should get, and I don't think I should get a smaller board. I want to get a short board, but I know I'm not good enough yet to get a short board. So it's like, I don't, but I want to get a short board, but I'm not good enough to get a short board. I know I need to stay, I just need to stay with this one. The reason I want a short board is I see the like YouTubers and stuff that I see on the ones that are fun to watch on YouTube ride aggressive shortboards. So, although longboards look sick, and I was like watching old videos of that busting down the door thing of like Mark Richards, I think his name was, riding a longboard that looks sick. And I need to learn how to like get on the tail and like get low but I also like feel like I need to be aggressive to learn how to ride because when I ride my bike, I have noticed that the more aggressive you are on the bike, the more control you have of it. So it's like, although I and I don't know if like a longboard is great because you can stand up and find the balance point, but I feel like I've found the balance point to a certain extent. I know that I need to stay in front of the wave. I understand like the mental aspects of surfing, like I understand the theory and the concept behind it. Like, okay, hang five, hang 10 works because your weight is still in front of the wave. It's like holding the board down off the back because you're still in front of the wave. So it's pushing all of that weight forward and you're like slicing down the wave. That's the other part is like, I feel like I get up and I go straight. And there's moments where I feel like I can turn, but then I've like slowed down. So I need to turn even faster. And I don't know if that's, do I need to line up? But I feel like if instead of like pointing straight and then getting up and carving, I feel like, I want to point more down the wave, but then I'm like being lifted at a very like right angle. So it's like, is that still how I'm supposed to do it? And I need to learn how to like get up on a rail because that feels too hard. I look at all these other videos of like people and watch people popping up, even here, and some of them, yes, are going slightly directional, but a lot of the time it's straighter than you would imagine. And so like with this long ass board, I don't know. I need to carve harder, faster, and I think I just need to be trusting of that, of how much, truly how much I need to press into the longboard and spread out my stance as opposed to popping up close together. Because I think, I don't know, maybe I pop up like too close to myself right now, like my feet too close together. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But but what do we have? I tried watching a Rogan episode. How is that? What the fuck? We put so much like emphasis on like I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I can't. This guy, this Robert Epstein guy, he's like, all right, I'm gonna have a meltdown. Props, congrats to him for being aware enough to be like, I'm gonna have a meltdown. Doesn't make it any less annoying. It's like, dude, what is going on? And what he's describing, he's like, he can't have, like, you can have a meltdown, but you still got to try and give specifics. Otherwise, you're just some crazy old fucking dude, some kook that's just some nut job that's can't describe like a specific instance of in detail of like, oh yeah, this maybe I'm just being crazy in this moment, but in these other moments, but this specific moment, objectively, when I tell someone, they're like, "Yeah, that's fucking weird. You should get seek protection if someone's trying to kill you." But he's like, there was like a hypodermic needle that was like someone was gonna stab me with, and he's like, "What?" Like Rogan is like, Someone stabbed you with like someone?" Or he's like, "That someone stabbed me with, tried to stab me with." He's like, "Someone tried to stab you?" And he's like, "Well, he was sitting near me with it." It's like, okay, that is, I guess, a little odd, but what? What? It was, fuck, I forget exactly what he was talking about, but you're just listen to the first 20, maybe 20 minutes of this. I think I lasted maybe 5, 10 minutes and was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's insane. So that's that. And the funniest aspect of it is that it goes from this like, what is it? It's like this. He's doing the podcast. He's doing the podcast. Talk like shadowy figures are gonna kill me. We've stumbled onto something, a larger conspiracy that we are at odds with here. The entire human population has to deal with this now. We're basically under siege by evil forces. And here's a commercial for Farmer's Dog. Let's take a quick break. We'll get back to we'll get back to the end of the world in a second. I'm sure this is everyone has stumbled onto this thought, but it is seeing it in actuality of just someone being like, I think someone's trying to kill me. Here, try this for man's best friend. 49.99 a month. And we're back. Someone is trying to kill me. Someone is trying to end my life. They are killing my family. All right, let's take a quick break. Step away. Have you played with Legos? They're great for your kids. Fun for all ages. All right, now back to your regular scheduled programming. We're just doing it. It's it's the same shit, different year. Run it back. That's the consumerism part. Like consumerism is what drives the growth. It's what, keeps the keeps Uncle Sam happy. It's what allows me to fucking do what I do. Honk, honk, honk. Yeah, you can hear it in my voice, just like coming to grips with the fact that this entire world is just never going to get any better. It's just, this is what it is. We are at our peak form. There is nothing beyond this. We will never get better because it is a cycle of just being on misery loves company, and when you when your animalistic instinct is to have kids and reproduce, following your animalistic instinct won't make you happy. It will allow you to survive, but that won't allow you to be happy. That doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. That just means that you're surviving. So, like to function in, I feel like in this society, the point, it feels like to me the point at this, the whole point of this fucking charade that we called life is to try and be happy. Is to try and give it meaning to a point where we can be nicer people and want to leave this place, maybe in a better place than we found it. Maybe not, but maybe. And who knows if that, I mean, it's certainly not from like the consumerism aspect of this. I'm completely addicted to Big Sugar. I try not to buy the new things now, but I certainly did in the past. Buy. No sell. I'll buy. So, I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. Because if you don't reproduce, then the human population goes away and no one's here. So it's like, does that really work? No. So I can't be right, but it feels like there's the amount of people that are, I was talking to my friend about this. It's like the amount of people that are like, I want to be a parent. I think I think there's some people that are like, I want to be a mechanic. I want to be a pilot. I want to be a surgeon. I want to be a lawyer. Whatever. Like there are people that are like, I want to be a dad. I want to be a mom. I want to be a parent. So, and like you wouldn't expect everyone to be like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a teacher from like one specific area. But the amount of people that I grew up with that were like, I can't wait to have kids. Dude, not everyone's a fucking Olympic athlete where I come from. They're not all the fucking best at it. You're not getting the fucking cream of the crop. It's like, why do you want to have kids? Why do you want to have kids? Because your parents told you? Like they want grandkids? Because this is what they did? So that's what you should do? Well, this is how it goes. That's how it's been, so that's what it should be. It's part of my animalistic instinct. Dude, wake up. You like I'm not fucking completely over it. I have so many fucking vices. I'm so unhealthy. I'm not planning for my future, nothing. So like it shows up in some way, shape, or form. The manifestation of our anxieties that we have in life. Just don't fucking take it out on other people. Don't have kids so you got new punching bags, verbal punching bags. You fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Use your brain. Do you have one in there? Oh man. This is what happens. This therapy session. I said it was the walls are gonna break down at some point. Yeah, there's Chiba X Games. I could be talking about that. I haven't watched all of it though yet. So this is what you get. You get my real, Unfiltered thoughts. And they're no good. So stop listening. Get out of here. Go on, get. Skedaddle. Is it 2:30 in the morning? Shut it off. Get out of here. I don't want to see you around. Stop doing what you're doing. Well, what do you want me to do instead? I don't know. Stop. Just don't do that. Do you want to like address the larger issue of people feeling like they don't have the income or can't find the jobs to buy a property, excuse me, that would allow for them to have a true home and not be sleeping on the streets and be technically homeless, living in a true mobile home? No, we're not going to fucking address that. Just get out of here. Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. Whatever, dude. Just stop. Just stop existing. Stop being around here. Stop being a burden. You are an eyesore. It's like, ah, damn it. Fuck. All right. Okay. I'll go out to the woods. Where materialism has no place, except it almost certainly does. Because a human is out there and humans are materialistic. It would appear. It's like as far back as it goes, it's always been about who's got the fucking prettiest shit. I need all the jewelry as a pharaoh, as a king, or a queen. Equality. Come on. Pharaoh-esque? Pharaoh? Whatever. You get it. They gotta have the prettiest shit. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell people. It's it's not race. It's not sex. It's not gender. It's none of this shit. It's just you're unhappy and you're taking it out on other people. You're unhappy and it's coming out in other ways, shapes, and forms. Mine is screaming into this microphone and just filling the void with more negativity. Positive vibes only, but negative at times. Sometimes. Not always. Definitely not now with this tone that I have currently. Uh, what a ramble. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I watched a Reed Boggs video, and I'm trying not to talk shit on people. There's no reason for it, but there's something about Reed Boggs is a really good bike rider, and it's fun watching him in Rampage. Boom, done, congrats. There it is. I like he rides well, and it's fun watching him ride. I don't know if I would pay as much to watch him ride as I would other riders, because I don't know if Reed is like, and the only reason I'm talking about this is because he's putting content out there, so I'm seeing more of it. If it ever got to, I wonder what people would think if they like happened upon this. Would they be offended? I don't know. Probably. I haven't said it out loud, but I don't know if Reed is like pushing the sport. I think Reed is like on the edge of like is like the top 1%, but I don't know if he's the guy like well, no, that's fair to say. It's just like not necessary, I guess. Whatever. Yeah. Maybe I'll just stop watching his videos. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, you prick. Whatever. Keeping it moving. Matt McDuff. I don't know if I talked about this last time, but his big line has an even bigger line, and those look wild. Got the GOE, the DJI. Got that up and running. Said something so dumb off the top ropes, dude, and then proceeded to not go off the top ropes. It's the dumbest shit I've ever said. That was great. What else we got? Pat McAfee had a marching band, a college marching band. Now, one of the co-hosts, not co-hosts, but one of the guys that is also part of that crew, Ty went to Iowa. So, it does make sense. They have quite the connection to the show, but it's a little odd. It's just odd seeing that coming like I don't know. It's not that odd. I think I was just really high when I watched it and was like, "Oh my god, our fucking idols are becoming just billionaires or millionaires. Just the rich are becoming our idols, and everything's going to shit." Which is not entirely false, but I don't think a college marching band paying tribute to a televised show that gives them a significant amount of airtime that no one else gives them is worth some fucking thank yous. What else? Oh, positive vibes only. The Daily Show sucks. It doesn't actually suck. I mean, it kind of sucks. It's honestly Jon Stewart. Like, I just, I used to love it. And I mean, even back then, I did. It's just Disney for adults. That's all it is. It's like unwatchable. He legit is like this overacting to a point of like cringe comedy, if that's even the right term. But it's just cringe because it's like I'm gonna do this cringe thing and it's gonna be funny because it's cringe, and then it's just not funny, even though it's cringe. It's just cringe. It's like that's what it is. It's like oh the cringiness of this and how I'm having this the way I'm portraying this, the way I'm saying it, the cadence, the vocalization of the words, everything about it is cringeworthy. That'll make it funny. No, that's not how it fucking works, you morons. I don't know what makes it work, but something else has got to make it work. It's because that's not it. So there are moments where it's like, yep, you got me. All right, that was pretty good. But it's like every single joke is that. I don't know. It's not for me anymore. I don't know if it ever was, but I did like the hey, all of this is a fucking joke. What's going on here? Attitude of it always jived with me, so don't hate it. Um, what else? What else? Jimmy Fallon fucking blows. I just it popped up on my feed and I couldn't not hate watch it. But it was like him and Green Day and just the most outrageous costumes. They looked so fake. And like there's got to be they're cutting to so many different cameras. Some like phone recording, I guess, maybe probably. But it's like how like obviously there's something going on here and then like halfway through it's just like they played like I don't even know who it is. But it's like feels like making love. Bow, bow, now. You get it. Nailed it. Um and then they just like were like, "Oh yeah, just kidding everyone. This is Green Day." And then Jimmy Fallon is just redid the cowbell sketch from SNL. But instead of the cowbell, he was the tambourine guy. Instead of the drummer and a cowbell, he was the guy holding he was Will Smith and it was a tambourine. Just all over the fucking place. Now, I did listen to the lyrics of Green Day and was like, "Oh, okay, yeah. that. I understand why this rules. I get that. It's all talking about how dumb this is, which is exactly what I'm doing. Fuck! God damn it! You're not new. You're not doing something that hasn't been done before. No one is. It's all just a regurgitation of some just what is the word? A conglomeration of an amalgamation of dumb ideas that everyone else has had that have just kind of washed over you through years of just consumption of shit content that is put out that we call entertainment. And now you're like, oh, I have something to say. Oh, fuck. Been up since 2:30, folks. Positive vibes only. The Bills play the Jags tomorrow, so I'm not looking forward to that. I fucking hate the Jags. I was talking to my sister about this too yesterday. Fuck the Jags. I don't like them. I don't like anything about them. I don't like the colors. I don't like how they play. I don't like their team. I do kind of like that Ridley got suspended for gambling. Man's betting on himself. Boxers can do it. Why can't football players? That's fucking dumb. I should be allowed to wager anything I want on, like, just pick the most important thing. Are we wagering, like, I need to be able to wager on something, like to bet on myself, to pay myself, because these goddamn billionaires are not handing it down. Even though pro athletes get paid millions of dollars. But you get it. You get it. Why shouldn't I be allowed to make as much money on myself as possible? In a competitive endeavor, when the goal is to win, maybe that's why, because boxers, it's like, there's only one, like, it's, win or lose. But even then, it's like you could bet on like a round, like a knockout round, like will they make it this many rounds? So maybe that's just what it's blocked. Maybe, but that's like then the players should be like, yeah, okay, I can only bet on a team win. The whole point play like it doesn't. Yeah, players get paid. You can certainly use like an MVP like award as a negotiating tool, but like if Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, like someone that is integral on the like this the winning, it's a winning team, it's not a person. Maybe that's why there's too many. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if it's a thing, like yeah, maybe you can't bet on yourself individually, but okay, you're on a team. Everyone wants the team to win. It doesn't matter how many yards someone throws for or runs for. It's only based on the team win. That's all you can bet on. So what? Everyone want to put down 500? You want like I feel like that should be allowed. If we're letting other fucking sports do it, it doesn't make sense. Why not? So there's my fucking 2 cents. You get it. What else? Yeah, Jimmy Fallon, dumb. Thomas Lemoyne and Edgar fucking Baguette. Thomas, 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 Thomas Lemoyne and fucking Edgar Brioche. Chippendale video, god damn, dude. Those shots, so like that golden hour sun, like light, that golden hour lighting is just unfucking real. Immediately goes in, like gets burned, seared into my mind. It's like Matt Hunter and just any bike magazine like Photo Epic, annual Photo Epic shoot with not black and white, but like the golden hour, specifically the most amount of saturation. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but whatever, you get it. You do get it. I know you do. So that was amazing. I think it's like 4 minutes. Go watch it. Some of the best riding. Thomas Lemoyne's back to fucking testing his goddamn ankles out again. This guy is just an absolute beast, just sending shit. I was thinking about this. Like, what does it take? What is it going to take to like so Brandon Semenuk pushing the he was at a point where was pushing tricks to a certain extent and then was like, all right, instead of working on double backflips, I'm gonna do everything switch now. Or not switch, opposite. Kind of switch, but you get it. Switch would probably better be a terminology for switching like right foot forward versus left foot forward, but that could be opposite as well. So whatever, doing everything oppo, and then Rogatkin pushing the sport, but in how big the shit that he sends is, how hard he can go down and get back up and keep going, go up for another run, try it again, figure out, learn, and then do it and stomp it. Brett Reeder, pushing Brandon Semenuk, kind of sucks, but also honestly just doing his own shit too. Like riding. Sorry, Brandon Semenuk was there first. That's he was there first. Reeder is the one that's giving him the run for his money. So there's an aspect of Thomas Lemoine that you could argue is pushing the sport. No one jumped that shit that he jumped at Crankworks. No one attempted. No one else attempted it. Tim Bringer, large guy, like it's a big gap. You think big person, not necessarily true. Remy Metayer, I think that's how you say his name. Big gaps, tiny person, small guy. That's probably rude to say, but I think he's smaller in stature. An amazing rider, just unfucking real. Yeah, okay. Well, moving on from this because just absolutely sounds like I'm trashing the guy. Did not mean for that to go that way. God damn it. But Thomas Lemoine, get him back in contests. What is going on? I don't know. Times are tough. There's not enough cash to go around. I get it. You get it. I get it. But I'm looking at like I'm starting to pay attention to the WSL, the World Surfing League, I think. And some of these it looks like some of these prizes, like prize money allocations at Crankwork or at these events, at these surfing events are like, dude, we're talking five figures at least. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I don't think are there more surfers than there are? I guess yeah, probably. It's way cheaper. You can get into it, but you got to be near an ocean. It's like coastal areas are definitely, I can definitely see them being more populated. Obviously, they're more populated, but that doesn't mean everyone is surfing. Like, is it that much more popular that, yeah, it's because it's like, I mean, you can surf like everywhere around the world, really. You don't need like to build a trail. It's just like, all right, there's water, here's a board, go get them. Go get them, champ. So, yeah, all right. Maybe the biking just can't, but it would be fucking sick for to put up a large enough prize purse for some of these events to for riders to be like, holy shit, I cannot miss this. Because it's not like you want, but they also got to get the fucking judging down. You know who judges well? These goddamn X Games judges. The highest score on this street contest is an 85 right now, and they're pulling out like I'm not saying all the stops, but they're going pretty. The amount of variety that the riders have that are in like first and second place and third place, well, really down to fifth, down to like top four are very talented. All have their own style, own like tricks and like like signature things that they're really good at. And but the scores aren't getting too high. Like, and also with Park, they were getting up there. The scores were getting up there. All of a sudden, it's like in the 90s, and they're like, "Whoa, these are some high scores, dude." It's not uncommon for mountain biking. I feel like Crankworx events at like definitely Red Bull 2, Rampage. I'm talking for like scores like there would be significant amount of scores in the high 90s, like a 95, 96. Like, chill the fuck out, dude. Like, this isn't a dunk contest. It doesn't need to be tens all the time. Give him a 70, give him a 80, and then, like, try and figure out what you're going for. Like, like, okay, everyone starts at a 10, a perfect, or maybe everyone starts at a 0 or a 5. But there's got to be like, you got to have a process and be able to explain what, or maybe it's just like, all right, I think that was around a 7. That was around a 75. That was around a 7.5 out of 10. And then someone else goes down. It's like, oh shit. Well, if that guy was a 7.5 out of 10, and this person didn't do nearly as much stuff as this other guy, and that guy's out of 10, that means this guy's got to be at like a 4.5 or a 5. That's not wrong. Like you gotta, but you gotta be present enough and think aware enough, like, or I don't know, be able to like keep thoughts in your head, I guess, and just be like, all right, this run got this score. Where does this run stack up against this run? It's all comparable. That's why like the argument could be made that this is not a sport. Like it's action sports. It's very much not like I think of sports as like you always hear about the fucking cheerleading girls. And they said cheerleading is not a sport. It's not. It's judged. Swimming and diving. Swimming, sport. Diving, not a sport. Mountain bike racing, sport. Mountain bike slope style, not a sport. It's a judgment call. It's all based on judgment. It's opinionated. With a race, it's who got there the fastest. In soccer, hockey, football, baseball, who has the most points? Golf, who has the least points? Who took the least amount of strokes to get there? Like, so with something that is a judgment based call, like a judgment based like athletic endeavor, you got to be able to explain it. I don't want Darren Bearcloth to be sitting in a truck driving, unable to say anything fucking meaningful about why someone got more points than someone else and just rambles for 30 minutes and says nothing because he doesn't know how to communicate. I don't think he maybe is not the best communicator. It was the dumbest shit I've ever fucking seen. I was going to say, thank God it didn't happen while I was talking into a microphone. But guess what? I remembered it. And now it is. Now I am. That was the fucking worst. Go listen to that. It was like Rampage wrap up, Darren Bearcloth 2023 Rampage wrap up or something like that. Just 20 I think it was 2023. Rampage Darren Bearcloth. It's basically him rambling being like, "Guys, you don't get it. We're athletes, we get it." It's like, "No fucking shit, dude. That's why you're the one judging. But you need to describe to us why someone is getting the score that they're getting. Why, as an athlete, they're getting that score." It's like, hey, I know. Yeah, we know you know, dude. We watched you for a decade plus, chucking yourself off cliffs. We know you get it. We know you understand it. We don't. Explain it. Positive vibes only. Where are we at? All right. Might call it here. Call it a fucking day. Head back. What time is it? 1:41. Meet my friend at 6. It's like 2 hours to get back. So that's like 2 to 4. Surf shop's not open. I'm just rambling at this point. All right, we're going to wrap this the fuck up. We'll talk about X Games maybe next week or at the end of this, but ta-ta for now. Bye.